Welcome back to our learning session of Elementary Checkmate, and we shall now move forward to learn as to how to deliver checkmate with one rook. We had seen Elementary Checkmate with two rooks and then with a queen, and now we come to a piece which is weaker than the queen. It does not have power diagonally. It means much more time is required to deliver check and mate. When checkmating with two rooks and queen, you had seen that like it is possible to achieve mate quicker. But theory of ending says that as rook is weaker, it much more time is required. So something around 18 moves checkmate can be achieved. But in certain position again can be done much more quickly. Now the final checkmating pattern to aim for is before you. This is the first one. So here what do we see? Once again both the kings at a knight square distance. So here we see this king on a8 and king of the superior side, that is white king, on b6 at a knight square distance, and then rook on h8 delivering check to the king. It means king now has no flight square, cannot go to b8 nor to b7 or to a7, and it is check and mate. You can also aim for one more position that I will show you, and here as I said, like when we were seeing this pattern with queen, so here too it's similar. Both the kings are facing each other. We say they are in opposition, king on d6 and king on d8, and now you find a check from the rook on h8. Again it means the king, the defending king, has no flight square and it is check and mate. So these are one of the two positions you can aim for. And now we shall learn how to execute this. So first of all, let us form a very small plan. The plan is that we see this king which is on the 5th rank that needs to be pushed to the edge of the board. So again, like a queen, we will take control of the 4th rank. That means we will move our rook to h4. No need of giving any needless checks. Just take control of the 4th rank. And then second stage, we know that rook is not strong as queen, does not have power diagonally. So the defending king is always going to attack it diagonally. That's why what we should do, from the very second move onwards, we should start moving our king towards the defending king, and with an idea to give support to our rook so that it is able to retain the control of a file or a rank from which you have cut off the opponent's king. That is the second stage. And with this plan, you will go on squeezing the defending king further. That means that the king will be confined to a box. That box should become smaller and smaller until the king is pushed to the corner or to the edge of the board. And then finally you will be aiming for one of the two checkmating patterns which and then deliver the checkmate with the rook. So with this idea in mind, let us go ahead. So first move is rook to h4. With one single stroke, again you cut off the king by the 4th rank and as well by the file. Now the king can travel within the box which I have marked by green color. Now black king stays in the center, like he moves to d5. And now we have to start moving our king. It is like not advisable to just follow the idea which we are following, say by moving our rook to f4. With this we cannot do. With queen it is possible because then the defending king cannot come back. But here the king will definitely come back and attack our rook. So this is not possible. What we now need to do is to move our king to d2. Now turn of black, he decides to stay in the center, king to e5, and now our king is going to be nearer to the defending king by the maximum permissible limit. That is, the difference between them is going to be like 1 square. And here what are the choices available? Well, like you can go to e3, you can go to d3. So which is the best square to be selected? Well, what you do, you have a look at the black king. It is standing on e5 and e5 is dark color. That means you should move your king to light color, king d3. What is the idea? Well, simple. If at all now black moves his king to d5, you see that both of them are now facing each other. They are in opposition. And whenever they are in opposition, a check from the rook, a correct check in this instance from h5 will drive back the king further. That means in one check, you are now able to get control of the fifth rank. So here, say if now king goes to e6, then like you can again continue this same idea, king to d4. And now if at all, he moves to d6, then it becomes very easy to deliver checkmate very quickly. You can again give a check. So you get control of the sixth rank, and then with the same idea, now the seventh rank, and finally, like the king will dance to your tune. You checkmate him much more quickly. So in this position, when like you have moved your king to d3 and then he has played king to d5 and then you give a check, rook to h5 check, he will go to e6, and when you go to d4, he will not come back to d6 because he knows that like if I come back to d6 with a check, I will be losing control of the sixth rank and I will be forced to the edge of the board very quickly. So he moves to f6. Now what needs to be done? Well, you see that you have cut off the king from the fifth rank. Now you can as well cut him off from the file. So here you can see that you can bring your rook to e5. That means there are two cutoff. One is fifth rank and another is e5. So here by moving our rook to e5, we see that the zone of the black king has has been squeezed. He only has only 9 squares available and is now being pushed into the corner much more quickly. King goes to f7, and now what we can do, we can improve our position of our king, because it is our rook is now not in a position to take control of the fifth rank, though king is on the seventh rank. I mean, we are not in a position to take control of the sixth rank, though king is on f7, that is on the seventh rank, because we don't have any support. So to lend support to the rook, we also improve our position, that is by bringing our king to d5. Now here black king comes once again and is now on f6. So what to do? So here again, keep it in mind that this box, which is right now of 9 square, should not get bigger. That means don't give unnecessary check. You are not in a position to improve. So what you have to do in this position, just make a waiting move. Move your king to d6. It automatically forces off the king to any of the square. Now he has a choice of only going to g6, g7 or f7. And say for example, if he chooses f7, that means he is now on 7th rank and you are in a position to cut him off from the 6th rank. Now you can see he has only 6 squares left. Goes to f8. So now you can go to move your rook to e7. It means now the king has only 3 squares left. Mate is around corner. King g8. Now start moving your king to the desired position. Take a knight square distance. So as I said, if the black king is going to be pushed to h8, you will be aiming either for f7 or g6. King to f8. Nothing to worry. Just keep the position as it is. Improve your king's position. Aim for g6. Forces king to g8. And now you can play here rook f7. That means now king has only 2 squares. Here I am showing you the the method which is a bit longer. But if you understand this idea of cutting off, what will happen is that when you become a strong player, you will have, new ideas and you will be able to mate much more quickly. Here the idea is just to follow, one single plan to perfection. That is why this move, rook f7. Otherwise, we can just go ahead with any move and it will be much quicker in this position. So now king has only one square, and now one should be very careful of stalemate trap. It's always lurking in the background. We had seen when we are checkmating with a queen that if you try to squeeze king too further, then it is stalemate. Same thing happens here. If you now play rook to g7 outright blunder, you have gifted away half a point. Don't do that. What you need to do when king has gone to h8, we know this plan, simply move your king to g6, take your position at a knight square distance. Now king has only one move, and that is king g8. Let us just go back to this position and imagine if it is white to move, then where does the mate come? Mate comes from rf8, simple, not rh7. rf8 is checkmate. But here it is black to play, and he moves his king to g8, the only square. Now what you do? Imagine that you want the king to be on h8 and your rook delivering checkmate from f8. So what you have to do? You have to make a waiting move with your rook. Move your rook to any of the square on the f file. Don't leave control of f8. This is the square from where you want to deliver check and mate. So a nice waiting move, rook f1. Forces the king to h8, and now you have your dream position, rook f8, check and mate. So I hope you have understood the checkmating plan as to how to deliver elementary checkmate with one rook. It is really easy. All you need to is to have a good practice. Do it, around 5 to 10 times, and I am confident that you will be even able to deliver checkmate in less than a minute. That is what students from our chess school have been doing. With this, I take your leave for now and will be back with double bishops checkmate. See you.